And the woman that reached out to me is actually the woman that's in this photo.
So we just got some crazy, massive updates about the Danish deception guy. We talked about on our previous video that he was in Mexico, and now we learned from one of the women that he scammed over there exactly what kind of story that he told her, how he came in contact with her, and she eventually reached out to Onyeka. And later on, we're going to be hearing from Onyeka talking about this interaction that she had with a lady. And also, we're going to be hearing from another person that is living within that circle, within that area, and how she met up with other women that said that went out with this guy, how he is contacting these women, how he's interacting with them. And eventually, we're going to cover all this important information and spread awareness so that people are definitely aware and be very, very careful when it comes to interacting with him in the future. So let's talk about one of the tools that he was using when he was in Mexico. So now he signed up for dating site Hinge. So that was one of the tools that he was using to meet up with his girls. And the lady later on, she's going to tell us exactly how he met her, how he's meeting some of her friends. But if you're on Hinge, if you live in Mexico, you're on Hinge, you might match up with the Danish deception guy. So you gotta be very careful with that. And another thing that he's also using is that he is going around and then telling them stories about like how he sold his tech company to Facebook, and how he's retired, and also that he recently broke up an engagement from that he was about to marry a Nigerian royalty princess, so so the dude seems to be obsessed with being royalty. That's what it seems like. But that is one of the stories that he's pitching to these girls. So you also have to be really careful about that. But still, even though he's telling them that, he's still able to manage to scam like $2,500 and also continue to go out with multiple women within that area. So that's really crazy to hear, based off of what they're sharing. So it's really crazy story at the end of the day. But as we talked about on our previous video, this is really important to spread awareness and to be aware that, hey, there's this guy out there, you got to be super careful. And even though we know that, this person is out there, what he looks like, there might be other people also that we don't know about that are doing similar things. So you also have to be aware that there's people like that. So you have to be really, really careful. But let's check out this video from Onyeka and also another person that lives in Mexico that actually interacted with this Danish deception individual and some of her friends. So let's check out this video.
I cannot believe I'm making this video so soon after finishing my series, but I just received word from a woman that was conned by my ex in Tulum just last week. I'm sure some of you have seen the TikTok circulating from individuals that have seen him in Tulum. If you haven't, I'm just gonna play a short clip for you guys to see.
So guys, Danish deception guy is hiding out in Tulum, where I live. And he is scamming multiple people from the Run Club, different women. Like in the last month, it is very apparent that he has no intention of stopping this, but he's here.
Another TikTok that was circulating that included actual photos of my ex, and the woman that reached out to me is actually the woman that's in this photo. She told me he's telling people that he founded a tech company that he sold to Facebook, and he moved to Tulum to retire, and he moved there from Dallas after ending an engagement with a woman that comes from Nigerian royalty. You cannot make this up. Out of respect to her, I'm not going to talk about how he conned her or how much he took from her, but what I will say is that there was another woman that reached out to her that said that he physically stole money from her, and when she confronted him, he got very, very aggressive, and she was actually fearful of him. The whole purpose of me making this video is to bring awareness. This girl was not conned last year. She was conned last week, which means it happened after my series was put out, which means that he truly believes he's invincible, and hearing that he's acting very aggressive really does cause me some concern. So try to share this, and let's put this out to as many people as we can, and I hope you guys stay safe.
All right, guys. Thank you for blowing the video up. I'm not surprised because this man is on a rampage. So he is in Tulum, and the ladies that he has scammed. I know there's a lot of discrepancy in the comments on is this scamming or are these women at fault. I have no opinion on this, honestly. I think that when you like have a want or need as a person, you're going to take or give. And I think sometimes women want to give because I think they can get something in return. You know, I don't really know, nor do I really want to like argue about it, because it's like we don't know the full situation. There's two sides to every story, and the truth somewhere in the middle. Anyway, here's the tea. So he came to the run club. I was there. I remember seeing him because I was like, this man, like he stands out. First of all, he stands out. He's massive. Okay, there's a negative aura around him. I know that's very Tulum of me to say, but there is. And he's like very tall, and I just remember he had these like beady little eyes, like he was like looking right through me. And so he started dating one of the girls from the run club, and she ended up giving him $2,500 because he told her some sob story. Another one of my really good friends went on a date because they matched on Hinge, and she said, I knew there was something off about him. Like there's like she said there was just like a weird vibe to him, and she was like, I didn't want to go on a second date with him. And I think that's very fair and a good analysis for her. And then another girl he was staying with for like a week, and basically the last thing I've heard in the ether is that he got hit by a taxi. I'm not effing, but he got hit by a taxi apparently. And if I hear anything else, I'll let you know. But I know he's still in Tulum, and honestly, like if I saw him, I don't even know what I would do. I would just like look at him and just like try to get a read, because at this point, like the first time I saw him was at the run club, and there's just like he has a weird vibe to him, I would say. But I guess like that weird vibe can like pull people in. And like I know we keep going back and forth on like the comments about this girl Onyeka, but like, sorry, I had to do a quick Google search to make that's how you say her name, because let's just keep arguing about this woman. Anyway, I will keep y'all in the loop of what is going on here in Tulum.